you got two different deals. You have your cart path and you have casual water. Cart path
Brad Gregory is going to help out
right
here, as you see this predicament
here,
for Jordan Spieth.
But you catch relief from the casual water, which, you know, it's... Look, if
right here.
If the Jordan, I got to ask you a couple questions. If the casual water wasn't here, and the ball was just sitting here on the cart path, what would you do? What would you do here? Would you play this direction?
If the ball is sitting on the cart path,
right
and
there.
there's no water here, I don't have a shot from there. So
Right. No. Okay, I understand. You're going to play.
I would be playing it.
You're going to be playing this direction.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So basically, what we need to do is take our club that we would be playing that direction, and let's see where we fit here. Marshall.
Yeah. 170 hole. You good?
And again, we have to take complete release. So let's start with your feet on this side. And again, your toes couldn't touch. So more. You know, would, if the ball was sitting here, could you get your feet on that side, or would you still be in the water?
I would still be in the water.
Okay. So really, the nearest point of release is right here. It's going to be here. Now we've got a driver
To move it over that way.
And technically speaking, this is a separate puddle.
Correct.
You know, they aren't connected.
So this would be the nearest point.
Yeah, and still see the water visible. So I'm going to go right here.
Okay. And then I can measure the driver that way.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens.
Get a real yardage. True yardage.
We know we're going to put the loop. Let's go ahead and lift the ball. We don't move it.
So there it begins. So it's right here.
Yeah, let's
Actually, it's right there.
Yeah, I just don't know if we're going to be able to fit our stance in this way. You understand what I mean?
Yes, but I can drop it here.
That original stance, swing direction of play that we would have played for that original position, we would apply here. And so if the ball were positioned here, would our stance still be in that puddle? And I have a feeling it would be.
Yes.
So,
I either have to go back. It's just a club length in any.
Right, in any direction. You can go backwards.
So if I'm right here.
Right, and if
I'm not.
well, is your...
No.
Okay, yeah, we can go there.
Right?
So, yeah, go ahead and put a T there.
Say right there.
Okay.
Right. So if I go here, and I say I drop it, and it goes into this puddle, that's now a new puddle to take relief from.
Maybe. You can. This original stance,
If I'm not standing in this,
that would be
then it would be a new puddle.
That would be the issue.
Okay. So let's try it. Let's see.
All right. We're going to have to drop it very near that tee. Yeah. And again, the question is, would we be standing on the cart in that puddle from here?
Well, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like I'm in that puddle right there.
Okay, with that original stance.
Correct.
Okay.
That's technically
but
I'm standing.
certainly we would, it went to a position where we'd have interference again.
Correct. So
we're going to redraw. Yes,
okay.
We can lift clean it. Yeah,
That was the best drop I've ever done in my life. Literally landed right there.
Right. So what we're going to do is try to place it there. And again, once you let go, we'll see what happens.
Unbelievable hand. All right, Jordan.
All right, Jordan.
So it's right there. Okay.
That's good. That's where it landed. So you can remove the tee. Okay. And the problem is, do we have that
let me get my club. It's close.
It's close, isn't it? You can't really manipulate your feet.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to settle in here. I mean,
yeah. See, the problem is
that's still in it.
I think you're still in it.
All right.
So
we got to go further back.
We're going to have to go further back, but we're still working really.
Yeah.
We didn't drop it in a correct position.
Yeah, agreed.
Now, I think if you went a club length here,
Correct.
You know, where you get your feet going, maybe over there on the railroad tie.
So right here. I may as well measure from here, and I can always drop it on the other side of that. Right?
Yeah, but from right there, that's kind of that original position. I think.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just putting the tee down. It doesn't really matter where I put the tee down.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I think we're good.
And now I could still take cart path relief.
If you want to take hard path,
What would be the nearest
so you're
point?
still going to be going.
Versus there?
You're going to be going right here.
Okay. So this ball's in play.
Yeah, just make sure we have complete relief before you strike this ball with this puddle right here.
Everybody's trying to get about 20 feet right.
Folks, need everybody to put the cell phones away. Cell phones away. Please respect the player.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I think it's fun, Jordan. Yeah, I think we've got to go
Back to where I'm here.
right.
So redrop?
Yes, but we have still. This is still the first drop. We haven't really. We got to stay within a couple of feet here.
So I got you.
I'm thinking right in. At least there. See, I think we're beyond the club length.
That's not beyond the club length, but that's still in casual water, isn't it?
The club length is measured from here
Yes, sir.
to
Look at the
here.
driver. That's in the club length.
No, but it landed outside the club length.
Oh, okay.
It's got to land inside the club length.
It has to land inside.
Yes.
It can't work.
Yes.
But where did it land?
It landed back here.
Oh, okay.
And rolled.
I don't know about you, this is kind of difficult to really do. To get it right. I mean, it's hard to...
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, that would be a redrop. I
10 minutes
well, I
later.
think so.
I'm trying to drop it in
so.
here.
Right. You know, it just depends.
Michael, will you dry this for me?
10 minutes later.
So right in here is where we're looking to drop it?
I think that's within a club length. I think you'd have. Okay, so let's place it here
Okay, let me dry it again, please.
and then see if right there, and then see if our stance is our toes.
I mean, because I'm now at this angle because of these branches.
So what you're saying is you think you've now got a different direction of play, a different starting point.
Because it's further on this side versus over there. I couldn't drop it in here and you didn't
Let me
stand
do
in the water. That
this.
wouldn't be...
Just set up with the original, just with the original direction of play from right here. The original direction of play, which would have been toward the hole, right?
Correct. Is that clear?
Yes. So technically, I think we've got relief from the original stance swing direction of play. Now, since the tree is interfering more here, where we have to start the ball to the right of the flagstick, now just because our foot is a little bit into there, I think we've satisfied the rule because we've taken relief from the original stance swing.
evaporated.
Okay, so I think you're okay with just a toe in.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm okay with this.
We're good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. You guys all do that?
Okay, Billy, so all of that, Brad Gregory working all through this with Jordan Spieth. They're already on the clock a hole behind. Give us a quick summary of what just transpired there.
Well, taking relief from casual water on the cart path, that was the concern. And if he was going to take relief from the cart path, then he would have to go further left. So the relief that he took was from the casual water. But
Can you all go back a little ways, everybody, please?
as we said earlier, you must take full relief from casual water, and that's why it was such an intricate drop that if that left toe was touching the water, then it wasn't full relief. So that's why there was the concern about that left foot where it was positioned. Even though it wasn't directly in the water, if the toe was just tapping the water, that was not full relief. So he had to make sure that he took full relief from the casual water.
All right, so he is finally ready to play his second shot at the 7th. We're going to catch up here with BK. Other two players have already played. We'll show you those in a moment.
Yeah, Sergio made a great birdie up at the 8th that you'll see. Bubba's on the green now at the 9th. They have moved on. They knew it was complicated. How about that? He got it out clean after all of that. And then it's too much.
Yeah, rolls up and over the green.
If that's up against the fence, he's going to need another drop.
All right, so all of that.
Well, there is out of bounds over this green.
So he was able to use the rules to his advantage. You can see right here that left toe is in the hazard right here. So you can see his left toe. Whoops, let's go over here. Let's try that again. Left toe is in the hazard right here. But that's because the shot that he's going to hit is going to go out here and it's going to draw. When he took relief from the original line, he was taking a straight line relief to the flag. If he'd have ended up wanting to take relief from that, he probably could have dropped back in this position back in here, or maybe even more, and then all of a sudden, who knows, he might have ended up over here. So he was happy and content with the situation that he was in and able to hit the shot. It resulted in a bogey, but he was able to kind of use the rules to his advantage to get out of that hazard that he's in, or that puddle of water. Yeah. Not really a hazard.
Casual water was a story earlier today. That's what delayed play for about 50 minutes today because of all the rain that we had last night and then this morning. The sun shining brightly. You wonder how there is water in that place, but that's why. So